Hello everyone. In this problem, there are two geometric sequences, AN and BN, and both the series converge. And there are two equations about the two series. So let's say that the first sequence is A times p to the power of n minus 1. And the second sequence is b times q to the power of n minus 1. So for the first equation, if we multiply both the sequence, the product is AB times P times Q to the power of n minus 1. So the series of infinite series AN times BN is A times B over 1 minus P times Q. And that also converge. And for each series, infinite, the first series is A over 1 minus P. And the second series is B over 1 minus Q. So from the first equation, AB over 1 minus PQ is equal to A over 1 minus P times B over 1 minus Q. And because the first term is not zero, we can cancel A and B. That means the denominator is the same. So 1 minus PQ is equal to 1 minus P minus Q plus P times Q. So cancel 1 on each side, and that makes 2 times PQ is equal to the sum of P and Q. That's for the first equation. And for the second equation, we need to use the absolute value. So in this case, let's assume that the first term in the sequence A is positive, and the common ratio P is negative in sequence A. In such case, the first term is positive and second term is negative because the ratio is negative. So the sign of the sequence will alternate between positive and negative. In such case, the even terms will be all negative. These even terms.
여기다 있어요? 엄마가 다시 9번이고 내가 8번이라고 했지.
So the series of even term in sequence A, the first term is absolute value. Because the even terms are all negative, if we open the absolute value, the negative sign comes out. So the second term is AP, and the ratio is P squared. And for the absolute value of this multiple of three terms, the third term is positive and sixth term is negative, and ninth term will be positive. So for the multiple of three, it will alternate the positive and negative. So in this case, if we think of odd multiple of 3, so this term is AP squared, and this term is A times P to the 8th power. Because they are positive, we don't have to change the sign. So the infinite series will be AP squared over 1 minus P to the 6th power. And for the even multiple of 3, like this, because they are negative, if we open the absolute value, the sign should be negative. And then the first term is A times P to the 5th power, and the common ratio is P to the 6th power. So if we combine these two, if we subtract these two fractions, we can simplify the fraction. And then for the second equation, 3 times the series of absolute value of even terms equal to 7 times the series of absolute value of multiple of 3 terms. And we can cancel A and P on the numerator. And let's make the cross product. So minus 3 times PQ is equal to 7P times 1 minus P squared. So open the parenthesis on the right side. And move the terms to the left. So we have this cubic equation for P. And if we use a synthetic division, with minus 1, so the first solution is negative 1, but the problem is to converge, the ratio should be greater than negative 1. So for the quotient, if we keep factoring, the ratio which make the sequence converge in this case is negative 1 over 2 from this factor. So the value of P is negative 1 over 2. And in such case, from the first equation, if P is negative 1 over 2, minus Q is equal to negative 1/2 plus Q. So that means the value of Q is 1/4. That's for the ratio of the sequence B. And now, let's find out the value of the sum S. So the sequence B is B times 1/4 to the power of n minus 1. So that means the sequence B to n minus 1 is B times 1/4 to the power of 2n minus 2. And for the sequence, B3n plus 1 is B times 1/4 to the power of 3n. So if we make this fraction,
이건 7.1은 표현이니까 많이 들어오네. 그렇지. 그리고
and then we want to find the infinite series.
사람들이 피해서 온 거예요. 또 때리는
So we can cancel
그러니까 정답을 안
B.
보는 있는데 광교까지 온 게 28배 끊겨. 진짜 올라가는 거.
And then for the division, we can subtract the exponent. And for the infinite series, we can use the formula to find the infinite series. So the first fraction is 4 over 3. Second fraction is 1/60. So if we make the common denominator 60, the numerator is 81. That's S. So finally, the value of 120 is 162. So the answer for this problem is 162. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.
굉장히 천천히. 굉장히 천천히 치고.